smart, funny, touching memoir that she calls a blueprint for her life. Please welcome the author of, and I have to clean this up just a little bit to keep it PG, Things to Bring, Stuff to Do, and Other Inventories of Anxiety. Karen Rizzo. Hi, Karen. Hi. So glad you're here. You didn't write that title with daytime talk show in mind.
No,
that's
I
perfectly
didn't.
fine.
Yeah, but I love what they did. It looks so pretty.
Yeah, it does. It's very decorative. Now, it's such a great book. I really loved it. Tell everybody the story of how it came to be.
I guess it started. I was invited to a shower, and I was asked in lieu of gifts to present some words of wisdom. And which,
but no pressure.
Yeah, no, it always panics me a little. I'd rather buy a teddy bear. And so I sat down and I thought, okay, this has got to be really profound. And I just kept coming up with lists in the corners and the sides of my my paper, and it'd be like, milk, juice, Ninja Turtle, toothpaste, condoms, the usual things, right? Lists and more lists, and I realized after that was all I was coming up with for the week. So I happened on an idea to present 15 years of grocery lists as a blueprint for a life. And from being single and being in your first apartment, and then moving on and being in the throes of your first romance, and then trying to have kids, then getting married, getting married first, then trying to have kids, and or the other way around.
Well, that's what I really love about it, because it really is a memoir. It, in the course of it, covers about 30 years, roughly, and you go from, the first list is when you're a little kid, which we're going to show in a minute, but you're finding yourself, you're trying to establish your career, you date, one of your parents passes away, you meet a guy, you get married, you have a child, you have another child, your other parent passes away. I mean, so much happens, so it's very funny. The book is very funny, but also extremely poignant, and it's so imaginatively done, the way it's put together. Now, I want to talk about some of the specific lists that you included. This is the first one that we just mentioned. Now, let's see that. This is from, how old were you? This is 1972.
I was a kid.
Yeah. You were 1-year-old. And this is from your diary, right?
Yeah.
Favorite song sung blue. Favorite color, purple. Favorite person, mom. So cute. Now, from this is something that you found
it was
recently.
one of those, I inherited a bunch of boxes that I never bothered looking through from my parents. And this was one box I looked through, and it was, that first diary you get, and it's got a little key, and you open it up.
I did that.
No
I mean, I think we've all done that.
Right,
yeah.
and the first page asked you specifically, it said, like, what's your favorite color, what's your favorite song? And I answered all that, and that was pretty much my first list. I only wrote 3 pages in the diary, and then it was over.
One of my other favorite things is you, throughout the book, you have different lists of things to bring to the beach. Now, when it starts in 1982, let's see that list. Okay, we have baby oil, pot, pipe, and matches. Boombox, Mademoiselle, M&Ms and potato chips, Diet Pepsi, and bad-tasting nail stuff, so you won't bite your nails.
Yeah.
Now, let's see the list as it's gone. Now that you've been married and have 2 kids, let's see your 2005 Bring to the Beach list. Kids, SPF 30, sunscreen, Motrin, Red Bull, and herbal tea, lip balm, a very spiritual book, The Inquirer, Star and People. Oh, naughty, naughty girl. And all sorts of toys and kids' wetsuits and blankets and sweatshirts and all sorts of things. I love that. I love the progression of events there.
Sounds so neurotic, but it's actually,
Well, you got, it's a different, you're a little older, you got kids, you got to think about those things. Now, one thing that keeps popping up in the book that never changes, that I bet a lot of people can relate to, is this list of books that you have to read.
It's so embarrassing.
I love that so much.
It's been the same list for 20 years. It's like,
What, do we have there it is. It's Don Quixote and Crime and Punishment and Dante's Inferno, you know, all these very ambitious things. I do the same thing. You think, oh my gosh, I've got to read all these great books someday, and then it just keeps, the years just keep
I remember reading like the list of the 100 books you're supposed to read in your lifetime, the 100 classics, and I'd been through some of them. It was like an article I read in Esquire in like 1982, and those were 5 books, and I thought, I could get through those. And the list starts in 82. And this past summer, I said, I'm definitely gonna read, you know, Crime and Punishment. And, you know, it's gathering dust.
Well, listen, you guys, I want you to pick up this book. It's absolutely fantastic. It's so, like I said, so creative, so entertaining, so poignant, all the good things. And just to get you started, this might get you jump-started. We got you a copy of Don Quixote.
Oh, my God.
So maybe, look at this. I mean, this is intimidating. Look how big it is. For more information on Karen and her book, or to read an excerpt, you can go to our website at meganshow.com. Don't go away. We're coming right back.
I refuse to go outside without my